I know you as a competitive guy. So, Rip, I got to know, who on the football team are you picking as your 4 teammates if William and Mary are going to go on the Family Feud?
For sure. So I think I immediately have to go with 2 of my roommates, Andrew Trainer and Griffin Gilder. And then after that, it's a little bit tough, but I think I'd go with Carl Fowler and Hollis Mathis. That group has a law school guy, an Eagle Scout, a guy in an NBA, and then Hollis is just going to bring the energy,
We all know offensive linemen eat a lot, Rip. I got to know, who in our O-line would win the Nathan's hot dog eating contest?
It's a bit of a funny question because we've actually talked about that in our garage workouts this summer. It's got to be Griffin Gilder. We think he can put down about 23 in 10 minutes, which gives him pretty good, I think that'd be like 4th or 5th for the last one. I don't know if he's beaten Joey Chestnut, but maybe some practice, So I know that in college you were on a variety talk show. So I got to know, if you still had a radio show, what 2 guests would you most want to come on your show?
All right, well, if I could pick anyone ever, okay, I would have Bill Parcells and I would have Vince Lombardi. They're two of the greatest coaches of all time. They're both Northeast guys. Parcells a Jersey guy like myself, and growing up a huge Giants fan, living and dying with the Giants. Parcells was everything to me. So those are the 2 guys I'd really want to talk to because it's the profession I've chosen.
So before each game, we're deciding one offensive lineman who will hang the Roman standard in their locker.
Sure.
So I got to know when and why you started that tradition.
First O-line job ever I had was at Columbia. So I had a lot of time on my hands taking the subway up 100 blocks. Took over an O-line that had been pretty maligned, as we all are, right? Something goes wrong, it's our fault. Something goes right, it's what a run, okay? So I had to find some way to get their confidence up. So I read this book on Roman history about the Battle of Cannae called The Ghosts of Cannae, and it's about these guys who basically were blamed for losing the worst battle lost in the history of the Roman Empire. And these guys, like 14 years later, got their redemption by facing that same army of Hannibal, the general in northern Africa, and defeating him. So it was the story of the redemption and the redemption we were going to have that year. And whoever was going to represent that and make sure that we got our redemption that week after those teams had beaten us up for 2 years, that was the guy who was in charge. So I've kind of taken that with me. And now every senior who ever played for me, they sign it. That's what we do.
So I got to know, if you're stuck on a deserted island with one coach on our staff, who do you most like to be stranded with?
Well, this is something I had to think about for a while, and I think it's a tie for me. It would be Coach Deuce, because he was in the Navy. So I figure both of us are smart enough to build a boat, and he can navigate it for us to get back. Okay, if we can't get off the island, then I'd probably go with Coach Armstrong because he's kind of an outdoors guy. I've seen him chop down a tree before, so I figure we could like build a house or something and fire and whatnot, and then at least survive. So those would be my 2 picks.
So we know who your 2 radio show guests would be. So I got to know, what would be the name of your show?
It'd be a pretty simple one, Rip, but one that everyone would understand. It'd be simply Jersey's Finest.
Okay.